Here's how to add scoring to your Scratch game. First we'll add event-based scoring, but if you stick to the end I'll show you a little trick to add a high score counter as well. Let's get into it. Alright, first step, we're going to need a game to add the scoring to. I'm going to use the snake game for one of my other tutorials. If you want to follow along exactly, I'm going to leave that project link below, and the video on how to make it will be in the card on the screen now. But don't worry if you're using a different game, because the scoring system works exactly the same no matter what game you're making. To add the scoring, there are two things we need. The first is detecting the event, and the second will be updating the score. The event is simply whatever happens that should give the player a point. In Snake, that's collecting an apple, and in the platformer, you know, it might be collecting a coin, for example. But the process is always the same. First we detect the event, then we update the score. Let's start by creating the score itself. Go to the variables and create a new variable called score. Make sure it's available for all sprites, as your game might have multiple different sprites that can increase the score, or even different events that might happen when you reach different scores. So you have to make sure all of the sprites are able to see the score. You should now see the score count appear on the stage. If it isn't there, make sure the box is ticked in the side menu, as that toggles whether it's visible or not. Before we look at how we detect the score, we need to make sure it resets when the game starts. So go onto your main character and then find your when green flag clicked block and drag out a set score to 0 block underneath it. This ensures the score starts from 0 at the start of each new game. Now let's detect when the snake collects an apple. I want to find the forever loop that's already controlling most of the game's code. You might have this for your main character, but if you don't, then just drag out a green flag click block as well as a forever loop into your main character's code, and the process will be the same. Inside the loop, drag out an if statement. For the condition, use a touching block and set it to whether the snake is touching the apple. This code is now constantly checking whether the snake is touching the apple. Now that we have the detection sorted, we can move on to the second part where we actually update the score. So inside the if statement, drag out a change variable by amount block. We now must change the variable to be our score variable and set the amount to be whatever is right for your game. In my case, I'm going to do 1, but you can do whatever number you like. You can even do negative numbers to remove score points from the player. Now let's test it. Now when the snake touches an apple, the score increases, and just like that, you have your working scoring system. If yours doesn't work properly, double check you put the if statements in the correct place and that your collision detection block is set up correctly. Now that we've got the scoring working, let's make it feel a bit more like a real game. We're going to add a high score. Our high score will keep track of the highest score any player has achieved in our game. Let's start by creating another variable called high score. Now find the code that runs when your game ends. In Snake, that's the code that runs when the snake hits the edge of the map. Just before the game ends, drag out an if statement. For the condition, use a green comparison block to check whether the score is greater than high score. If it is, use the set variable to value block to set high score equal to the score. This little script will check if the current score is bigger than the high score, and if it is, it will update the high score to be the current score. This means whenever you beat your previous score, the game will now save the new record. Let's test it. I'll collect a few apples and crash, and you'll see my high score is now saved. If I play again and get a lower score, my high score stays the same, but if I beat my previous record, it updates automatically. And that's it. You now have both a scoring system and a high score system in your Scratch game. If your high score isn't updating, or it's updating when the current score isn't larger, double check you use the right comparison in your if statement. The key takeaway is the code for updating the score is actually very simple. It's just working out which sprite is going to do the detecting. If there's any issues with this tutorial, or if you get stuck, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll try and get around to helping you. Thanks for watching, and on screen now is the perfect video for you to watch next.